for. And I'm assuming they need to have an understanding of ads. Do they also have to have an understanding of your audience?
So when the question is, when you choose a Facebook ads expert?
Yeah, like they're going to hire it out.
Okay. So what was the first part of the question? Like what
You
characteristics
need to pay attention. You need to really pay attention.
Okay. I'm just...
Okay, here we go.
No.
Wow.
No, I'm going to say it one more time. When you choose to work with a Facebook expert, what skills should you look for?
Well,
listening skills.
You pay attention. So if I were to be hiring a Facebook ads person, somebody to manage my Facebook ads, you obviously want to gauge how knowledgeable they are with Facebook ads. You want to find out what their experience is, how long they've been doing Facebook ads, what types of clients have they been working with, what type of budget have they been working with, how much, what are their clients spending? Do they specialize in a specific type of niche? Do they specialize in launches? Do they specialize in e-commerce? Do they have a specialty? Those things are off the top of my head. I'm looking for, as far as, I also want to know, do I get along with them? So in sort of an interview process, like you could be the most qualified person, but they could drive you crazy, and that's not going to be very helpful. You want to know what their sort of communication pattern is, like how often are you going to be able to speak with them? What was the second part of that? Because I answered a lot more there.
I think that was good.
I think I get it right.
Yeah.
Can I add some stuff?
Yes.
We were talking about this backstage. If you can talk to someone that they've worked with in the past, what do you call it? The references. Thank you. That was the word that was escaping me. I think that's going to tell a very clear picture of if you're about to hire the right person or not.
Yes.
And if they're afraid to give you a reference,
that's a huge
red flag.
The other thing is that we have a really simple, like 2-sentence game that we create with anyone that's running Facebook ads for us. So let's say we're going to do a webinar launch. We want to run Facebook ads. We have a game for them. It's not just like, go spend money and here's our budget and go figure it out. It's let's say we want 5,000 registrants for this launch, webinar, etc. And we don't want to spend more than X amount of dollars per registrant. And so we're very clear up front that that's the game that we want them to play. Is that something you can do? Is that something you're willing to get behind? And it creates a little bit of a structure for that. And have you done that before? Do you have evidence or proof of because you're looking for performance?
Devin does that in our business where he will tell them the formula basically that they're going to follow. We want exactly what you said. So we don't let them just go into it blind. They know what they need to do, and then they come to us and tell us if they're hitting those numbers or not. So there's no question if they're good or bad. Are you hitting the goal or not, kind of thing.
If you give when you give them those metrics that we're talking about here, it's really up to them. A good Facebook ads person, and unfortunately I'm hearing a little bit of this more and more right now, is the Facebook ads person is relying on the person that is hiring them to come up with a strategy. No. As a Facebook ads person, or if you are hiring a Facebook ads person, you want to make sure that you're telling them what your expectations are from a numbers perspective and metrics, and they should be coming to you with the strategy, making suggestions on, I think we should do this. And to James's point, like they're either hitting the numbers or they're not. But it's up to them to do that.
Yes.